Welcome to episode number 29 of the All Things Sports Podcast. We will see you in 5 minutes. Audio listeners, please skip 5 minutes into the show to skip our live stream intro. Thanks. Hello and welcome to episode number 29 of the All Things Sports Podcast. My name is Zach Bischoff, and he is...
Danny Shanholzer.
All right, thank you, Danny. Welcome to all of you tuning in, and we hope you are doing well on this lovely Sunday evening / afternoon. We were hoping to do this podcast earlier, but somebody's schedule did not line up, but we're not going to hold that against them here. All right, today we're going to talk about the the lovely state of both the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pitt Panthers teams here today, and we're going to recap both of their games and talk about, is it time to, let me find something circular here, to hit the, hang on. Is it time to hit the panic button? So, all right, we're going to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers today. They lost, I believe it was. Let me pull it up here. Danny, talk to the people for a moment.
Yeah, for sure, Zach. Obviously, good to be back here again. Yeah, just looking forward to talking some football here for the most part. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Zach, like you were saying, Zach, both the Steelers and the Pitt Panthers are not doing very well right now. And the Jets beating the Steelers 24-20 obviously shows that in plain sight, right,
Yes.
Zach?
Correct.
You know, the Steelers started their offense. It was not particularly inspiring, as has been the case these past couple weeks here, man. It just felt like more of the same. You know,
Yeah.
And I felt like, and I'm glad they listened to me here. I honestly felt like, they should have put Pickett in the second half, which they did.
They say, hey, he's in.
He's in, he's in, Zach. And if it were me, Zach, and I'm sure we'll dive deeper into this, but just I would have started Kenny Pickett, honestly.
And just for a point of reference, I need you to speak a little bit louder.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Let me see if I can.
I've adjusted your volume on my side, but you're still a little quiet. It could be in frame. It could be in frame if it'll.
Okay.
If it will help your audio.
Yeah. I gotta get fired up too, Zach. When I get fired up, I am heard pretty well, but I am not the most fired up right now because I feel like they should have started Kenny Pickett to begin with, Zach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they should have.
And I feel like if they did, Zach, he would have had his welcome to the NFL moment, which for those of you who didn't watch the game, after Mitch Trubisky left the game and Kenny Pickett started the second half, on his first passing attempt, he did throw an interception.
Yes.
But I liked the thought, and I liked the fact they were attacking more vertically down the field as opposed to like horizontally behind the line of scrimmage there, which is what we love to do. But yeah, so that was kind of a welcome to the NFL moment.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, we still did that with Pickett in it. Now I think you should. Well, I mean, I think that he should have gone in at the start of the second quarter as opposed to. I mean, I'm happy he got in there, but I think he should have got in earlier.
But Zach, here's the thing. Here's my thing, Zach. Okay, when you put Kenny Pickett in the second half of the Jets game, where we're down coming out of halftime, okay, we almost squeaked out that victory against the Jets, and if Kenny Pickett had started that game, I think we win the game comfortably. I really do. Just because Mitch Trubisky is not like he has confidence issues, and that's why he's been so frustrating because he doesn't trust himself. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah, he does.
But that's So if we put Kenny Pickett in, I think we would have fared better against the Jets. First off, because our offensive rhythm, we could have gotten. I mean, that first quarter would probably be a little rough considering it's his first regular season NFL action, and the offense is getting used to a new guy at the helm. But
Yeah.
But if he was able to kind of get his feet under him, and Kenny Pickett's the type of guy, the more he plays, the better he gets.
Yeah.
So I thought that would have been better. But also, Zach, looking ahead here, we have the toughest 3 and 4 game stretch. I think. Let me pull up our schedule here, Zach. It is a tough schedule, man.
Yep. I think I said, I believe it was on the last episode of this podcast that if we won against the Jets, it would be one of our last wins of the year, and I think that's. I'm sorry. I think that's accurate because you have the Bills at Buffalo. You have the Tampa Bay Bucks coming to the newly named Acrisure Stadium. You're going to the Dolphins. I don't get they don't have their quarterback, but they're still a dangerous team. Hang on, one more. You have the Eagles, and I think the Saints are going to be a problem. Now we'll talk about that game in a little bit. That was something. Did you watch that this morning?
What's up? The one game?
Yeah.
I did not see the one game, but I'm aware of what happened in the one game. I'm aware of the score.
It was crazy. All right, yeah. So I think I don't know. I feel like this is not going to be a good year for the Steelers, and I think that it has a very. I'd say 80-20. They're going to have a losing season.
Because Zach, here's the thing: is these last 4 games were almost our easy, quote unquote, easiest stretch of the whole season, Zach. You know what I mean? And I feel like, and this is another thing too. And we'll talk about the defense. Obviously, I mean, I thought Minkah Fitzpatrick played like he had a big interception that helped us. And credit to the Jets as well. I mean, Zach Wilson didn't have the best overall game, but he made throws when he needed to, and Corey Davis for the Jets is very good. But like Zach, here's the thing: it's like now, what are we gonna do next week when we play Buffalo? Because the Buffalo defense is at least a couple of steps up from New York's defense, and our O-line is still bad.
Yep.
And so I think, I really think they should have given Kenny Pickett that game. And I just don't think, and seeing the like press conferences and all of that stuff, the morale in the locker room does not seem to be good, Zach.
No, it does not. And I do apologize for any. I gotta turn my audio monitor off. I do apologize for any type of lawnmower noise in the background as my neighbor is cutting his grass. We have that one neighbor that likes to cut their grass at like 10 o'clock at night. But anyway, I think that it's gonna be a struggle for the Steelers, like I said. And I'll still watch the games, but because you kind of have to report on them for this lovely podcast. And so, I think it's not going to be. So now with, to go 1-3 in the first 4 games against relatively easy teams, I think that is abysmal.
And Zach, here's the thing too. It's like we always seem like last year. Okay, for example, we kind of got ourselves in similar situations as we're getting in ourselves this year. It's close down the stretch. And I give our defense credit and our offense to a certain extent too. We're keeping the games close. But the difference between last year and this year as of late is we were able to pull out those close games. Ben was able to lead us down in the most important drive of the game and produce points for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we can do that to the same level I don't think we have that elite finishing ability of games that we
No.
used to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't think we do. So it'll be so with us going 1-4 in the first 4 games. What is your updated record prediction?
Updated record prediction.
Yes.
Let me see. I still have not pulled up the schedule. Let me do that. But
I still have it. All right. Let's see. So I'll just go down game by game here. Bills.
it's gonna be a loss. I think. I'll give you a full. I'll give you. I mean, I don't think we. Yeah, I think especially with that brutal stretch leading up to the Saints game, and then after that, it doesn't get any easier. Zach, I think we're looking at like what is there, 17 games?
17. Yep.
I think we're looking at
yeah.
I think we're looking at something like 6-11.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it could be like 2 and something. It could be bad this year. But looking ahead, looking ahead here, we do have we'll be getting back into hockey, and we'll be doing some Penguins preview shows here in a little bit here as the season gets underway in 11 days from today, or 11 days from yesterday if you're listening on the audio. What? Yes, sir.
No, Zach. Switching gears a little bit here. I wanted to get your thoughts on the Miami Dolphins Tua situation.
Well,
I'm putting you on the spot there, but
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how he was. I know the doctor that checked him out was fired. And people were saying that the Dolphins need to lawyer up. That they don't. There's nobody needs to be sued in this situation. Doctor could lose his license, maybe, but they're not saying what the errors were. And I don't know how he was cleared after the first game when his head clearly went back and hit the turf. I think it's one of the situations where he was pressured from up above to go back in. That first game I did not watch. The second game, well, that was interesting. That fencing reaction or whatever they called it that he had. I think it's fencing syndrome or something. That was. I mean, I don't know if he'll play again this year.
That's what I'm trying to find right now. How long is he out for?
2 concussions in a 4 or 5 day span. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be playing after that. But
go ahead.
Yeah, that was it.
No, I just am just I just really it really stinks for the Dolphins there, and I think they should have been more cautious in the way that they are dealing with a star quarterback who played great games. I mean that Miami Baltimore game was crazy. I mean, and they got so many tools on that Miami Dolphins offense, and they were one of the teams, Zach, that I think we're starting to surprise a lot of people because they got Tyreek Hill in the offseason, they got Jalen Waddle. I mean, that receiver room is just loaded, and Tua is just doing a great job of getting them the ball. So I'm just it'll be it's always tough when you got a situation where your quarterback goes down. I'm not exactly sure how long Tua is going to be out for, so I don't want to make projections on that.
I'm seeing, and this is from the South Florida Sun Sentinel, that he is out 3 weeks. That he was put on injured reserve.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when this was written. Let me see if I cannot get past the stupid paywall. Yeah, I cannot see the September 25th. Okay. So, yeah, he was put on injured reserve at some point. And that's means he will be out 3 weeks.
And if it's only 3 weeks, then it's not as bad as I thought for the Dolphins. But I think this Dolphins team is going to respond in the sense of when they get two back, they're going to be very very good and still put up a lot of points because I really like the Miami Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel. He
Mm-hmm.
seems to have a really good. His press conferences are must see TV too. He's very funny. But also, Zach, you know who has impressed me so much as of late? The Philadelphia, and I know being from Pittsburgh, you're not going to like me for this, but I got to give the Philadelphia Eagles credit, man.
Hey, you're from Pittsburgh too, so you can't single me out.
That's true. You're true. That is very true.
Yes,
But I mean, their defense has been insane, Zach. They forced
yeah,
4 fumbles on the Jaguars today.
yeah.
That's been fun to watch. And Zach, just as I guess we can transition to college football after this final thought, but just as a general
Marketing
rule
first, but
here.
proceed.
Oh yeah. Salesman Zach over there.
No, you're involved in this one. I changed.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, no, but just as a whole, the NFL has just been it's been so. I mean, it's been just really fun to see all the different teams, and there's only one team that's still undefeated, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Who would have thought that, right?
Every team has won a game, I believe.
Yep.
The Giants are 3-1, Zach.
Yeah. Who would have thought that?
Happening? How are we 1-3 and the Giants 3? That doesn't make sense.
Nope.
But I think it just shows, the level of talent that each of these teams has at their disposal.
Yeah.
It's all about how you use the talent. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. Is that all?
Yeah.
All right. Now for marketing. Lovely, lovely marketing. All right. Are you looking for I'm taking you off the screen until I need you. You're going to distract me from doing my read here. Are you looking for a 100% web-based, easy-to-use streaming platform? And Danny can attest to this. You can very easily invite guests onto these streams. I send Danny a link. He clicks the link, and he hits the button, and magically he's here. Now, I can also remove him from the stream and add him as necessary. Now, all of this is possible, as you see up in the right corner. Thank you, Daniel. That doesn't help me. We are powered by StreamYard. We are not sponsored by StreamYard. However, you can. We have a link that if you sign up using our link, you get $10 in credit on your account, and if you spend $25 on StreamYard, then I get $25, and that goes towards my fees and StreamYard dues. So please, I've seen a couple of you have clicked on the link, have not spent anything yet, but I would like you to start spending so it can offset some of our costs as we're looking into potentially getting a new website. Please look for that in the next couple of weeks as we develop that into the of course, all of the lovely allthingsports.com.net are taken already, so I'll have to go with something else. But look for a new website coming up in a couple of weeks, and Danny and I are going to be doing some website design after we are done here today. And that concludes the lovely marketing email, marketing read. And once again, we are not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by StreamYard. I'm just saying the tools that we use to bring this podcast to you and this wildly professional podcast. All right, that will do it for the marketing segment. And we will now proceed to college football. Very similar to the how about this, Daniel? The Pitt Panthers closed at the sports books yesterday as a 21.5 point favorite at Acrisure Stadium. What are they? Two crappy football teams playing on a crappy football field in 2 days. One of which was crappy last night. Anyway, yeah, it was so. What was the score?
26-21, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I was. Georgia Tech is not that good, and somehow, Coach Pat and I must have said something I was not allowed to on YouTube, but there was, you know what I'm talking about. There's another nickname that one of the local sports reporters gave to Coach Pat Narduzzi, but we are not allowed to say it on here. due to the lovely algorithm of YouTube. He thinks that we are not respected enough in the polls. We are number 24 in the country, and he thinks we should be higher. Not if you lose to a 1-3 unranked Georgia Tech team.
Who runs the triple option?
Yes. We were outplayed. Pitt was similarly to the Steelers today. It's not cold again. Similar to how the Steelers were outplayed today by the Jets, at least in the first half. Except for Pitt, that lasted the entire game. The game was actually quite painful to watch.
Yeah.
At some point, yes. And Danny, I would like you to give your thoughts on me. Oh, we are running. This is a longer show than I anticipated, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, all right, man. Obviously, Pitt fans and college football fans. I don't know about college football fans. They're probably happy that Coach Pat Narduzzi is complaining again because he has quite the reputation. But anyway,
he does.
But so again, Jack, it was just their effort put on display against Georgia Tech in a primetime game. I mean, it just was not inspiring.
Nope.
We looked like we didn't want to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm surprised there's many fans there because let me tell you something. Yesterday, it was raining all day. It was cold, and I'm surprised that everyone was there. It was cold. It was raining. It was like 55 degrees out. And I don't think anybody wanted to be there yesterday.
Yeah,
and it showed with the on-field product on display last night.
Yeah, and I think I think the weather might have had something to do with it, but that's not an excuse. I mean, you play football, you got to play in all conditions there. But like,
except lightning.
Yeah, true. Well, lightning, that's in its own category, obviously. But
Zach, I mean, it's dogs that are making an appearance.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So good to them.
It's just if Pitt wants to be a well-respected program, as Pat Narduzzi has said, we gotta beat the teams that we're supposed to beat. Okay, and I said this last week. Okay, there is no reason. And there still shouldn't be a reason because we shouldn't lose to Miami. There's no reason why we shouldn't, on paper, handle all the teams that we have the opportunity to play against. Handle them easily. But Pitt shows year after year after year that we win the games we're not supposed to win, and we lose the games we're supposed to win.
Western Michigan last year.
Yes. No, and Zach, here's the thing. How consistent is the teams like Georgia, like Michigan, like Alabama?
Yep.
You don't even have to think about them beating. Actually, you had to think about Georgia beating Missouri last night, but you don't even have to think about Alabama beating Vanderbilt. I mean, that's just
what is it like? Arkansas playing like Kent State or something. Kent State is local to us. Relatively local to us anyway. So I was kind of surprised just to see it ended up being like 66 to like 3 or something.
And if you want to be,
that sounds like the my local high school. That sounds like a, if my high school and Danny's high school played a game against each other, it probably would sound like that. Probably would be close to the score. Oh wait, it actually kind of was. We played to this shit. So anyway. And Danny can attest to that your high school team is very good.
but you guys are working on some things.
That's been the thing for like 10, 15 years. We've always been working.
Yeah.
I think the last time we got in the playoffs was like 2010, I think.
Really? No, but Jack, like you were saying, Jack, if we want to be considered a powerhouse in the ACC and even nationally, we cannot lose games to Georgia Tech.
That's fine.
to teams like that. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we after that showing where we didn't play well, we turned the ball over. After that showing, Jack, we are not entitled to anything. We got to work hard,
Nope.
man.
Yeah, you gotta work your tails off.
And I think I want to say that we are going to respond and work harder and do all of that because that's
hope.
what Pitt does. But I'm concerned because we don't have a game to look forward to, and I know I keep talking about the scheduling, but again, there's no reason why we shouldn't have 2 losses right now, but yet we do.
Yeah.
So I fear that they're going to keep building on themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you were saying last week that that all the hard games are behind them. Well, nothing against you, but I don't think they are. I don't think they are anymore.
Well, you don't think that what?
I don't think all the hard games are behind them anymore.
True.
Well, just because of recent showings and the on-field product has not been the best. But yeah, any other final thoughts for the lovely people and the one person that is in here watching us live? I believe that is let's see, what is that? Twitch or YouTube? Twitch. So thank you to the person tuning in from there. Any final words for the people?
No, I mean, yeah. Thanks to our one viewer for tuning in. Means a lot. Obviously, if you have any questions, if you have anything that you want us to discuss, this goes for anybody that's listening live. When we tweet at all ATS _. ATS pod _official. That is when we tweet live when we're going to be streaming live. If you guys tune in live, want to give us a call or want to type in the chat and ask us questions, talk about something, feel free. I mean, obviously, we love engaging with viewers. And just obviously,
we have a second person, so welcome to welcome to seriously. We have no we don't. Okay, back to one. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's all right. No, but just appreciate everybody. Appreciate you, Zach, for putting this whole thing together, and I always love doing it with you, bud. So
I've never seen that viewer number go above 1. So thank you to that loyal person out there who I could have an idea who it is, but I might not. All right, that is going to do it for today's episode. We look forward to seeing you all again very, very, very soon. And until then,
bye for now.